Every man has fallen in love with a special lady. I mean, so special, you ignore her red flags. I mean, you look at her, she's fine. Check mark. Coming from a beautiful family. Check mark. She works out? Check mark. Booty on point? Check mark. Don't ask me for money? Ha! Super check mark. I mean, damn. This is like a match made in heaven. Until it's a match made in hell. And that is the story of Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Rewind, Tama! So let's go back to a few years ago when Lori Harvey was dealing with Future. Now, just look at the kind of man Steve Harvey was. Her like stepfather, hardworking man, you know, loves his wife, takes care of his family. How could Lori Harvey ever fall for a man like Future? But she did. She knew what kind of man he was. He had all kind of kids. Shh, didn't matter. Lori Harvey wanted to show everybody in America she was for the streets. And like I said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Then Michael B. Jordan comes along. Sad music! Oh man. I know she was a Future, but I can change her. I mean, I'm 33, she's 23. I'm rich, she's rich. And I heard from Future that she got some good coochie. Booty clapping sounds! So Michael B. Jordan decided Lori Harvey would be for him. He let his guard down. And I'm going to tell you why. It was a good calculated risk. Because, hey, everybody deserves a second chance, right? I mean, shoot. She dealt with Pookie and Ray Ray. I mean, that was bad. But look at Russell Wilson and Sierra. I mean, Sierra dealt with Future. Worked out pretty good for Russell Wilson. Hey, it might work out good for me because she's younger. I can mold her. I probably can change her. And Steve Harvey is her dad. And so that's going to be even better for bigger deals in the future. The reality is that Michael B. Jordan wanted to settle down. And Lori Harvey didn't want to settle down. It's the same thing that Devon Franklin found out from Megan Good. That, hey, these women, some of them are want to be clout chasing than to be wives. Now, where does that leave the successful black man at today? These are questions that need answers. Now, all of us are not entertainers, but we have to go back and look at the source. Dima, Inspector Gadget music! See, guys, we gotta do a little bit of digging in the past. And we gotta look at past performance is going to be equal to future performance. That might not always be true in things like the stock market or the real estate market and all the time, but typically it is, right? We know that the stock market always goes up in the 10-year period. The housing market tends to go up, although there are declines. But relationships, we can always look at something and kind of predict the future. And if a woman is used to dealing with guys that have nothing to offer, that are disrespectful, you cannot come in and save her. No matter how pretty she is, no matter how good she looks, no matter any of those things, she just won't be ready for a man like you. And that's just the reality. Once a woman deals with a man like Future, usually, not all the time, it's out of your control. Okay? Who knows what kind of abuse mentally or verbally or whatever that's already been taking place by that, right? And these women, when they get, big platforms, I think Lori Harvey made something like $40-something million last year. She doesn't really have a time to be a wife. She's in the top percentage of earners. I don't know really what she does, but she's making a lot of money. She don't want to be stuck with Mike and having his kids and having his babies. She's out there trying to chase the bag. The issue is that he probably wanted a woman that wanted to be a wife. And she doesn't want to be a wife. And the issue is that Michael B. Jordan would be kind of afraid to deal with somebody who wanted to be a wife because he's afraid he's going to lose all his stuff. Yeah, because, dealing with broke women who don't have what Lori Harvey has, it's a risk. So where does that leave a guy like Michael B. Jordan to deal with? I'll tell you, probably somebody in another interracial relationship. And let me just tell you this, and this is not against sisters at all, right? Because we know that we have good black women out there. But I think what you're going to see from Michael B. Jordan in the future is the next time he marries or dates, it's going to be a white woman. I'm going to tell you probably why. I think that with white women or non-black women, they're going to try to have more of a balance of, you know, them being a wife and also a business owner, but then putting it as a high priority. That's what you're going to see. And unfortunately, it happens to the best of guys, you know, like Jamie Foxx and things like that. Like, let's, for example, right? Let's look at Tom Brady's wife, Gisele Bundchen, whatever her last name is. She actually has more money than he does, but she's still a awesome wife. She kind of stays out of the spotlight a lot, but we only know about Tom Brady. Lori Harvey just isn't mature enough to do that. She wants to be in these streets, you know, just like Megan Good wants to be in these streets. And so there are not a lot of ladies that are young making that kind of money that really want to be family oriented. I think that she will want to become family oriented, but by that time, it'll be too late. She'll be 35, 36, 37, 40. Now, where does this put black men who are looking to get with black women in today's age that are, work oriented, serious oriented, want to be in corporate America, want to have their own business? I think that is something to look at. I think a lot of our women from our community, whether they come from married houses or not, I believe that they want to go out and achieve. I don't have an issue with that. I think that's great. I am a believer that black women, if they want to achieve things, I think it's great. I think it's awesome to have female entrepreneurs. I believe that it's good. I'm not a person that hates against that, but I do think as a man, if you're very successful and you want to have a wife that you can spend more time with, you can have a wife to enjoy more of your company, you might want to look at having a wife who's a go-getter like you. And I think that's what Michael B. Jordan did. He looked at himself as a power couple instead of looking at himself with a woman that's a couple that's built for the long term. Like, a lot of people look at themselves as power couples, but then the power goes off. Like, what about having a compatible couple? And I think the next time you see him is going to be with somebody in the entertainment industry, whether it's black or white. I probably believe that you're going to see him go white, with somebody that's going to defer more to him, somebody that's going to have a little bit more submissiveness towards him, and somebody that's going to make it work, you know, somebody that wants to be in a marriage or a relationship. Lori Harvey is just making too much money to do that right now. And, instead of being a power couple, he's going to be looking for a lady in a compatibility couple. Somebody's going to give it to him, somebody in the industry. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Let's Spill Every Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.